I think the reason I chose music is I had a grandmother who was actually a singer on Broadway. I've been singing since I was a child, but I've been singing classically since I was 16. I started classical training, and I'm now 23, soon to be 24. I'd say the best experiences I've had here that are very particular to this school are all the performance opportunities that I've had here. Other conservatories don't offer as much performing opportunities to their undergrads. And as an undergrad here, I sang 3 roles with orchestra, all 3. I sang Hansel and Gretel, Prince Orlovsky and Die Fede Maus, and Hermia. The biggest challenge, I'd say, in balancing the large amount of work required to study opera, it's how does one conserve their voice? Because, for example, a pianist and a violinist, any other instrumentalist, uses body parts that are outside of themselves. You play this instrument here, if you're a pianist, right? So if you are tired one day, you didn't get much sleep, maybe something really upsetting happened to you, you could still sit down at your piano. You might not physically feel your best, but your instrument is still maintained. I feel it's most important that the students you teach in 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, younger students, that music is something to be enjoyed. Because who knows, you could be their first music teacher that sparks their life in music. They might pursue this for the rest of their life because of that first music teacher that they had that really helped them to fall in love with music. The lessons I taught, I think I was a senior in high school. I started teaching I'm from Staten Island, New York, and I started teaching at a music school on Staten Island, voice to young kids and very basic piano. You can't completely grade a student based on their technical abilities as a singer. It's also not very encouraging for the student if that's the only way you judge their performance. Because as a singer, your development of your instrument is a huge process, and it should really be nurtured. Something you can grade, and it's very important that singers understand this, and I'm sure other musicians as well, is your preparation for your lesson. I think the reason classical music, or the umbrella term for classical music, really spoke to me is that it has so much to offer. Within the umbrella term of classical music, there's Baroque music, romantic music, contemporary music. As a music major, I'm hoping that the training I'm receiving is preparing me for a career. Performing in the Purchase operas with the other opera majors is really incredible because I feel that in this program, the caliber of singer here is very high. I think the undergraduates here sound fantastic. To be honest, I get kind of embarrassed about the whole Today Show, just because I'd say in general, musicians and performers, we're very outgoing, we love performing, but then when we need to talk about things that are kind of big and showy, it gets, I'm not like a super, oh, look at me person. I get a little embarrassed when people talk about it. But I am really happy that it happened because I think the message is really important. And I just want to make it clear that I didn't come to Purchase because NYU was too expensive. I left NYU because it was too expensive. But my choice to come to Purchase was, one, because I was advised by a really great teacher that I was studying with at the that this would be a good program for me. And two, because I checked it out online and I heard about it enough to know that it was a really great program. I really think that education should be obtainable for every child, every young adult, anyone who wants to receive an education. I think it's our right to receive that.